So today is quite a cold, crisp and clear day. It's not bucketing it down with rain like it was the other day. And I'm in the garden clearing up animal poo. Did I mention it was cold? So there you go. These are the secret weapon. Those and gloves. Because what we do, or what I do, James has never cleared up the poo yet. You can use these to scoop the poo up and then without touching it, just deposit it straight in the rubbish bin. And at the moment we need to clear our rubbish bins, put them outside. So now is the best time to clear up the poo because they go straight into the bin or straight into the bin bag. The bin bag goes into the outside bin and we don't need to have it anywhere near the house. And especially not the kitchen bin because, oh, grim, just grim. Look, the onions are growing. I think we planted 6 in total. So, oh, and look, you can see that little green thing. That there I think is a carrot. Nature's amazing. Even when it's freezing cold, nature still goes. So James and I have just done a bit of a peruse of the garden. On the downside, we need to do some weeding. On the plus side, we seem to be winning the battle with the ivy. And on the very, very downside, we've found more poo. 2 lots. I have to say I'm a little bit worried about James today. He's just gone into meltdown about Johnny Castaway, and then after that was dancing around the kitchen, proclaiming his pride in being part of a pesto-free democracy.
It's free! We're free from pesto! We're pesto-free democracy!
So we've had a parcel delivery from the big bad corporate monster, which I'm now going to open. Cheapers. Hey, it's lots of plastic! That's for the dishwasher, I think. And these, Christmas presents for my 2 nephews. Basically, if your husband offers to show you the inside of his laptop, it's not not something you say no to.
The HP website is ambivalent on this point, that 3 flashes on the battery light means that either the memory is wrong or the battery has failed or the backup battery has failed. So I'm going to unplug the backup battery. I'm going to unplug the main battery, unplug those in, and I'm going to just check all the connections, make sure there's nothing horribly loose or it's worked loose, and then we'll see where we go.
So we tried to find a new one from Curry's PC World. Basically, it said that there was stuff in stock and we could go and collect it. But then we tried London and Dartford and Penzance, Truro, Exeter, Stirling, or was it Fife? Belfast, somewhere in Enniskillen. Coventry, Birmingham, Chester, Chester-le-Street, Chesterton, Colchester, Cambridge, Oxford.
Anything we could think of at that point.
Basically anything we could think of, and none of them were available.
Not that we're going to go there, but just to see if it was offering it, where was it offering it for? I did follow the official HP instructions about taking the bottom off it. I didn't just rip it off and see what would happen. I did follow the service manual instructions explicitly.
It's Sunday, the 6th of December. It's about 8:20. Good morning. I mean, you'll tell from the lights that it's 8:20 in the evening and not 8:20 in the morning. But I realised that I haven't kind of done a hello introduction thing. So hello, my name is Liz. And this is my little corner on the internet to record the madness that is December 2020. So today we had planned to go to the local Matalan so James could look at some shirts and I could pick up some earrings that I had on order. Only when James looked up the train times, he found there weren't any because of engineering works. So I'm going to have to go by myself over the week. Slightly frustrating. If we'd known that, we could have rearranged the way that we did things this weekend, but such is. That's it. James's laptop has died a death, and he was most concerned about, of all the information that's on there, most of it he doesn't matter. Most of it's not a worry, but he did a freezer audit yesterday. So the list of everything we have in our freezer is on James's laptop, which has crashed and died. The reason he did the freezer audit was so that we could try and clear what we have in the freezer to make space for food, Christmassy food. So yeah. And the thing I was most concerned about was Johnny Castaway, which is the screensaver on the laptop. Because apparently Johnny Castaway has got to the point where he's built his raft and he is just about to escape the island. Only now he can't. Earlier today we watched the BBC Songs of Praise Young Chorister of the Year final, which I didn't know was on, but since it was on, we watched it. One of the judges was John Rutter. I was so excited. I should not be that excited to see John Rutter on the television, but I really, really was. He's, in my opinion, an amazing composer. He's done loads and loads of music around for Christmas, some of which I remember singing when I was in choirs at school, and it is just glorious. I've also been onto IMSLP, which is a website which has free sheet music that's out of copyright. Copyright stuff you still have to pay for. This is all really old, out of copyright stuff. I went on a couple of days ago and just typed in the word Christmas, and I came up with a book of Christmas carols from around the turn of the century, I think it is. And there are a couple there that you will know and you will recognise, but some of them I'd never heard of and were really quite cool. So I've printed them off so I can practice them on my recorder. So that's to look forward to. Obviously, thinking about the John Rutter songs that I sang at school, I started thinking about all of the other Christmassy music that I've sung in the past that I like. So you've got John Rutter. There's the Festival of Carols, Ceremony of Carols by Britain. I really should have looked this up. We didn't do all of them at school. We only did some of them, but the ones we did, I really, really liked. And the other one is one called Blessed Art Thou Mary, it's a relatively recent one. I think it was only written in the 90s. I've never been able to find a recording of it anywhere, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And it ends on a Tears to Piccadilly. As well as all of that, we have finally ordered the wood for the recorder stand. So it was my birthday earlier on in the year. James suggested buying wood and bits and pieces and making a recorder stand for my increasingly large collection of recorders. At the beginning of lockdown, I had 2. Now I think I have about 8. 2 tenors, 2 sopranos, 3 altos, and a sopranino. Yeah, 8. It's quite late at night / early in the morning. Unsurprisingly, I'm tired and I'm ready to tuck into bed. James may or may not, no, I think he has bought a new laptop on a Cyber Monday deal, which should be due later on in the week. I have written all my patrol cards and got them ready for posting tomorrow. I've also been asked to send some badges to a couple of senior volunteers, so I've put them in a Christmas card I've made because I had some extra bits and pieces left over from the patrol cards. So yeah, those have been shoved in, and yeah, crashed out ready for tomorrow. I haven't managed to do every single last thing on my to-do list, but between James and I, we had a pretty good go. We did a pretty good number of things. So, yay. All hail the to-do list. See you tomorrow. Bye.